6 months ago, when the pandemic started, I was furloughed from my job. There was no indication of when the business would come back. So I decided to get my two daughters, 8 and 10, involved in the crawling. I had my AX10 Scorpion here that I've had for 10 or 12 years, and I really hadn't used it much since my daughter was born. So I decided to try to get them involved in the hobby, and in order to do that, I needed some parts. One of the things I needed was batteries, since the batteries I had were 10 years old or more. Also, I needed a speed control for the crawler. So parts came in. There was a delay on the speed controller, so it took a good amount of time for it to come in. I did start crawling, got everything working correctly. One daughter, she wasn't really interested in. The other daughter, she likes it, and she has to get her mind into learning how to crawl and be patient. I mentioned to my daughter we should start crawling together. So it's kind of we can spend some time together before she really grows up and turns into teenage years. And so I started looking around at crawlers, something that was inexpensive, and that's, wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg like this one did back in the day. So there was a couple of models I looked at. I looked at the ECX Temper Gen 2. I looked at the Danchi Ridge Rock from Red Cat, and I also looked at the Red Cat Everest 10. I immediately kind of discounted, or I should say, ruled out the Everest 10 because that's so similar to what I have already. I kind of wanted something different, and the ECX Temper Gen 2, it has it's 18 scale, but it's more of a comp crawler, which was what I was looking for. I wasn't really getting into scale scene, and there was the Danchi Ridge Rock was also interesting to me. So I was debating on which one I was to get, whether it was the Temper 2 or the Ridge Rock. Both have their ups and downs in terms of parts availability, upgrade parts. I do believe that the Temper 2 is better built and does have a little bit more parts availability, and there are some aftermarket parts you can find. But to me, it was 1/18 scale, and it wasn't the same scale as my 1/10 scale crawler. So I was going back and forth, and the Danchi Ridge Rock interested me because it was motor on axle, which I've never had before, and four-wheel steering, which I haven't had before. So I was going back and forth on which one I should get. I did go on eBay, start looking at some used ones. I put some bids in here or there. Then I was watching videos on YouTube, and I kind of decided on which one I would get. So I did buy one, but I'm going to leave that for the next video, which is next week. It's the truck's currently being shipped, or the car. So next week we will see what I actually purchased, which one actually I picked out. Like I said, the metal gears in the Temper 2 was a plus. That means it could handle more power. Also, it's a comp crawler, which I kind of like because it's I prefer performance over the looks. That's why I have a comp crawler here. So also the Danchi Ridge Rock is, like I said, motor on axle and four-wheel steering. So I was going back and forth really bad. So next week we're going to find out when my crawler arrives. We're going to do an unboxing on which one I got. I did get it used, so it was a little bit cheaper than new, which, I was trying to save some money, like I said. And it was, there is when you buy stuff on eBay, of course, you know that there may be some problems. This one, the vehicle that I got was as is, and it was missing a few things, which really doesn't matter to me. It was missing the manual, the tools, and the little box wrench, and the charger for the battery. Charger is not a big deal. I already have a charger for the LiPos I use in this one. So next week we're going to find out which one I actually got. So stay tuned.